الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله. Dear viewers, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace be unto all of you. I'm reminding you that you are in this program, the program that's titled The Oasis of Ramadan. And in the previous episodes, we focused on this issue of the emphasis is on implementation, is application. We apply whatever knowledge we get. So this is the focus, and I hope that this would be the focus of every Muslim in this Ramadan, so it becomes part of his life that will continue with him if he already acquires this. So we hope that we can learn to focus on the application and the implementation, of course, after understanding. One of the good things that we can do in these days of Ramadan, because of the revision and the recitation and finishing reading the whole Quran more than one time during this month, so it is an opportunity for all of us to review our belief system, because we're going to recite the whole Quran from cover to cover. So it's good to refresh our belief system, to see, to check if we have everything in the right perspective or we've been affected by the people around us. One good thing that I want you to know is the primary sources versus secondary sources. At the time of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, it was only primary sources. People used to get directly from the primary source, which is Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, who gets the knowledge from Jibreel, and Jibreel gets it from Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So there was access to direct knowledge. Now we don't have this access to direct knowledge. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, although he is dead, no doubt, but still we want to say that the primary sources, the Quran and the Sunnah, are available. But not everybody is capable of learning directly from the Quran and learning directly from the Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. We need some professors, we need some teachers, we need some shuyukh to help people learn from this. And here comes the issue. Now we find lots of people come to the internet, appear on the internet and have their own websites and have their own sites, and they start talking and explaining. Some of them would give you evidence, some of them would not give you evidence, some of them would use their minds more than they use the authentic texts to justify their interpretation. So here we are deprived of getting primary sources, and that's why we have to be very selective when we understand, when we trust somebody. Unfortunately, people nowadays, if they are exposed to someone who appears every day on the media, they think that he is something, which is not true. The more the person gives you solid evidence, and we said that the solid evidence is directly from the Quran or from the authentic Sunnah of the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, and few people who do this nowadays. And therefore, the knowledge that we have is vulnerable. So it is good to review and refresh this knowledge, and the month of Ramadan is a good opportunity that, because we spend a lot of time in the mosques and we make the Salat Taraweeh, and we have opportunity to hear from the Imams. So it's good to review for example, to review the perfect names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Asma'ullah al-Husna. His names and His attributes, and all these are very important for us to review them. We might have forgotten some of them. So we need to review this from time to time, and Ramadan is a good opportunity for us to do that. We need to review, for example, some of the issues that are very important. If we forgot it, we have to get it, because we are going to use it throughout the whole year. For example, لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. It's one attribute of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, that there is nothing similar to Him. And this eliminates everything, all ideas, all imaginations, all speculations that you have in your mind about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is not true. لَيْسَ كَمِثْلِهِ شَيْءٍ. There is nothing that is like Him. So now, this is something very important and essential ayah in knowing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the more attributes and the more perfect names of Allah we learn, the more we have clear idea about Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Other things like يحيي ويميت وإليه المصير. He's the one who grants life, and He's the one who takes life. Nobody intervenes in this. No one. He is the one who has full command in this issue, to gives life, grants life, and takes life at any time He wants. So here also, there's something very important in the belief system of the Muslims to know this issue. If they don't know it, if they are not certain of that, they may be vulnerable, they may be subject to the words of the people around them. So it's very important to double check, not only for yourself, to double check the understanding of your children and the Muslims around you. Also, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لا يشرك في حكمه أحد. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala does not give any opportunity for anybody to make a decision with Him. The word of Allah is the final decision. Allah needs no partners. Allah needs no ministers. Allah needs no researchers. Allah needs no assistants. Allah needs... We have to understand this about Allah. So we should be sure 100% that the decision is only in the hand of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's not, some people may say, in the hand of Allah and somebody else. No. No. So the more we know, the clearer these concepts are in the minds of the Muslims, that it makes it much, much better for us, and it gives them opportunity, yes, to be upright throughout their whole life. Again, very simple ayat like the ones that are mentioned in Surah Al-Ikhlas. لم يلد ولم يولد. Then وَلَمْ يَكُنْ لَهُ كُفُوًا أَحَدٌ. Although I'm going to make a special episode for this chapter. But you can see how this gives you an idea about, he is not begotten, nor does he beget. So in other words, because if he does this, people will be similar to him. Allah doesn't have a father and doesn't have a son, doesn't have a wife and doesn't have an assistant. It's very clear. It's very important to spread these things and to teach them to people. And the month of Ramadan, because of the recitation of the whole Quran, so you will come across the names of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, not only one time, but many times. And in this way, you can build up a sound belief system, or if you already have, at least you revive it and you remember it. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told Muhammad, فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ. O Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, remind people because you are a reminder. So all of us need this reminders for us to refresh the knowledge that we acquired, and at the same time to correct the knowledge if we got some of them inherited or taught to us by people who are not specialized. A lot of people got their information from their parents, and their parents are not well educated in religion. They may be very well educated in other areas of life. However, but in the area of religion, it's not necessary that they are very well educated in that area. So therefore, they always need some sort of solid evidence to prove what they have. When you grow up now, it's no longer acceptable from you to say that I learned this from my parents. No, it's time for you, particularly nowadays, most of the people, if not all of them, have access to correct knowledge. It just requires from you little effort to make search, and still, whenever you have doubt, you have to resort to scholars to guide you. And in this way, you guarantee that the knowledge that you have, you filter it, and we need to do that because we acquired knowledge throughout our lives. Sometimes we were young, sometimes we were exposed to some people who don't have correct knowledge, and we heard something from them. And now, this Ramadan, this month of Ramadan, is golden opportunity for us to review and refresh and filter the knowledge that we had. Otherwise, it will accumulate, and probably after some time, we will discover, or you will discover, that you have some flaws here and there. So this is again one of the most beneficial things that we can learn in the month of Ramadan. Dear viewers, it is our role all the time to be responsible for the knowledge that we have. Don't wait longer and say that there will be an opportunity that I may ask this, and do as much as possible that you can. Refresh the knowledge, ask about it all the time, try to get the solid evidence so that you will be sure 100% that your belief system is 100%. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us support to seek and filter and strengthen the knowledge that we have and verify it to guarantee that our belief system is 100% correct. أقول قولي هذا وأستغفر الله لي ولكم ولسائر المسلمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب على الذين من قبلكم لعلكم تتقون.
يا أيها الذين آمنوا كتب عليكم الصيام كما كتب